Hello everyone. Welcome to day number 8 of the 100-day challenge. Getting a later start than what I normally do. It's afternoon now, and normally by this time I'm done with my crafting and on to other things, but it's been sort of an unusual day. But anyway, today I want to make a tag. I was inspired through Pinterest. I've been panning through there the last few days, looking at tags, getting ideas. So today I thought I would try to make one. It's going to be a double tag. This is a Tim Holtz tag. I've had this forever. It's like a mixed media, his mixed media tags. And I cut my smaller one out of a vanilla file folder. So I think what I'm going to start with, first of all, I want to make one of the elements that I'm putting on the tag, because it will need to dry, and I just want to set my timer here real quick so I don't forget that. Alright, so I'm going to make this out of book pages. And get that out of my way. I'm going to glue a couple together. And what I'm going to do is make it's a butterfly. Yeah, it's going to be a butterfly. You'll see what I'm talking about once I get it done. I need 2 of them, and I want to make sure that they're sturdy. And I thought I did. Alright, so put this out of the way. I'm going to try to make this as painless as possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold these in half. And put them on top of one another, like that. You'll see why I'm doing this. What I'm going to make is a butterfly, but I need 2 of them. One will stick to the page, one will be sort of up, like a dimensional butterfly is what I'm trying to say. The reason I've done this is because I don't have any butterfly punches, and in order for me to come up with a butterfly, what I had to do, and what would work for you as well, is I got stamps out. Any stamp that I had that was in the shape of a butterfly. I have a couple more over here. I stamped them out, and then I cut one out to see about what size I wanted to use. It happened to be this one, and I stamped it and cut around it to make a template for my butterfly. I folded these in half because I'm just going to put this about the midway point on my paper here, and draw this. That way when I cut it out, both sides of the butterfly will be the same. So it doesn't look like much there. And I'm just doing 2 butterflies at once, is why I have the 2 pieces of paper together. That way they're both consistent and a little bit quicker for me, hopefully. And it doesn't have to be the same as that. It gives us a good modeling point for any. I kept trying to cut butterflies out manually, and I couldn't do it. I kept coming up with some odd things. So I was like, what if I stamped? So there's one butterfly, and here's the second butterfly. So I have one that attaches. This one will be up. So that's why I did that. I'll just save that little template. I may make more of these, or versions of them anyway. So I have my little butterfly. I'm using the 2 tags, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with some Distress Oxide and try to add some color to this. I had my glass mat out, and the reflection from the lights was pretty bad. So I got my grungy silicone mat out instead. So let's just set those over there. This Tim Holtz, I did tea stain it. You can't really tell, but it has been tea stained. I just want some color. The middle doesn't really matter because that other tag is going to be on top of it. I want to make sure I get the bottom. Maybe a little bit more blue. Just set that aside. Oh, I didn't mean to do this one in this color. Let me just wipe that off. I can use the back side of that one. I already forgot. I'm doing this in a different color. That's alright. Now I'm going to take my butterflies while I have these colors out. I'm going to dip them in it as well. I don't know if that's getting much pigment on it. I think I have too much water down. Let me wipe some of this up. My dog is upstairs. She won't go down the stairs because when she was a puppy, she fell down the first flight. So she won't go down that flight of stairs. She will the second flight, which is no different than the first. But she wants to go down and she's whining. Because she needs someone to carry her down. Come in here, Mo. I just want to add some more blue to this one. Alright, I'm going to call those done. Just going to soak that up. All right. Get rid of that. I'm going to set these aside somewhere. Let that dry. This one, I'm not crazy about it, but I'm going to have to use this rusty hinge. There's not much blue on that one. I wanted sort of a brown. I don't know how this is going to work out. So that's something. There we go. Got some washi tape on it. There we go. That's enough. That's enough of that. I'm going to let those dry. We're going to work on another element before we come back to those. It'll be all right. All right, set that aside. Now, one of the things I want to put on nice is a photo. This is from the kit that I'm working on of Artie Mays' for the journal giveaway. The add-on kit has a bunch of these photos. So I've cut out one of the photos. The one thing that I'm going to do is take a pair of scissors and try to get the edges rough. I have one of these, and I found that my scissors were actually working. Well, this is working better now. Before, my scissors were working better than that. And I'm going to use 3 layers, so I'm going to go ahead and do this second layer because it's going to get glued to that. This is just a piece of tea stained or coffee stained paper. Copy paper. Getting another snowstorm today. Or now they're saying we're supposed to get 8 inches, so we'll see. gonna ink the edges on both these. Go on there. And then I have a piece of my lunch sack that I'm going to use as a third layer. And this one I am going to tear. Doesn't have to be exact because I want it to be rough anyway. Somewhere in there. Oh, that was good. And I'm going to do the same thing. Let me turn you off for just a second because my dog is driving me nuts, and that's all I can hear in my mind is her whining. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We eliminated Mo. She was driving me nuts. All I could hear was her whining. Let's see. I think this is the one I had. Yeah. So I'm going to finish trying. No, this isn't going to work. My dog is like clockwork, and it's about 20 to 4. My husband goes to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and for years, forever, he didn't get off till 4:30, so he would get home about 20 to 5, you know, around 5, something like that. And she was in the habit of, as soon as he comes home, she gets a special treat, she gets her dinner. Well, with COVID and everything, they have a lot of their people on work share and different things, and so the latest any of his staff stays is 3:30. So most days he's home by 4 o'clock anyway. Some days he's there later, but most days he's home by that time. Well, it's going on 4 here, and part of the problem is she wants her dinner. And the other thing is he's downstairs in the family room watching TV, and I'm upstairs, and she likes us both together. When we go downstairs, she thinks we're all supposed to be downstairs. She's pretty much a lap dog. That's as good as I'm going to get that. As horrible as that is, I'm not happy with that. That sack doesn't want to play. Oh well, we can rough that up. Alright. So what I'm going to do, let's see, get my chair over this rug. My rug, I have an area rug in here that it's hitting the wrong spot of my table, so my chair has to roll over the edge to be close to the table, and it has an issue doing that. And the problem is I could move it myself, but I have a filing cabinet, one of those big filing cabinets, and part of the rug is underneath that corner, so I need my husband to help me lift that up so I can adjust this rug. since I've turned my table this other direction, it's been an issue. So I'm having all kinds of problems. All right, so that's good enough. Now this is what I am going to do. I'm going to just put a strip of glue down there. Sort of line this up. And then I want to sew. Just going to put some random stitches on this layer. If I can get my needle through. There we go. I'm just using DMC floss, and I have all 6 pieces on here because I wanted this to be sort of thick and textural. I'm just going to randomly, ouch, make a few stitches. Just because I want the texture. I'm going to put a couple French knots on here. Come on. I think I will add this on, yeah, before I stitch any further. In there, it doesn't matter if it's even or not. Hook that through the back to get my thread through. Uh-oh. When was it? Early this week. We were supposed to get a really bad storm, and Monday I think it was. They sent, well, all the businesses sent their people home by noon and all this stuff, and then we hardly got anything. I think we honestly have more snow out there right now than what we had then. And it's supposed to snow for a while longer. But at least it's Sunday, the weekend, so people have a chance to dig out for work. I think I'm going to put a third one of these here. Didn't end up where I wanted it to. But this doesn't have to be perfect. I just really like the look of it. So I did a very brief video this morning. I haven't uploaded it yet. But my little outdoor experiment with that journal, nothing at all was happening with it. And I was like, if nothing's changing on the outside of the journal, then it clearly isn't going to do anything to the inside pages. So I brought it in this morning and I made a batch of coffee dye, or coffee stain, whatever you want to call it. And I soaked the entire book. So I have it out. It's probably going to take a few days to dry, but that's okay. I was going to put it back out today. And then with the snow and everything, I was like, well, should I or shouldn't I? So I think I'm just going to wait until tomorrow. Then I'll put it outside again. Let it dry out there. Or try to dry. I'm just going to do a couple more stitches along this side, I think. Don't want that like that. Right back there. One more stitch. We'll be done with this picture. There we go. I'm not even going to worry about knotting this because it's going to be glued down. So that's going to be one of the elements. And let's see if this is dry yet. These aren't dry yet. This is what gave me the idea to stitch on my photo. Was I'm going to make a stitch here in the center of the butterfly to hold it down, or hold it together rather. But these aren't dry yet, so I'm going to shut you off real quick, blow dry these so we can proceed on, because the rest should be pretty quick. Alright, hold on one second. Okay, I got all of this dry, and then the last thing I need to stitch, or want to stitch, don't need to, but want to. I'm just going to stitch these two butterflies together here in the center. If I can get, there we go. Didn't know if I'd be able to get that through there or not. And then what I want to try to do on the butterfly, since I have 6 strands of floss here, I'm going to divide them into 3. And I'm going to leave some of this on there as the antenna, but I want to see if I can tie a knot in the end of it. I wanted to do that before I cut my threads because then it gets so short. Then I can't. And I sort of like this little tail hanging out here, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't knot that. So the butterfly's ready. I can put this needle away. And then the next thing I need to do is stencil. And on this, I'm going to stencil some alphabet, I think. Or I don't think, I know. And I think I want to use this. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my... And only a portion of this background is going to show, you know, since we're putting the other tag on top. So I'm focusing a lot on the edge. Didn't want that to happen. I don't know why I'm trying to hurry on this. And I'm not good at speed crafting. I'm going to put these numbers down here. And that'll be all right. Hopefully I don't have too much on there. Alright, so that's that one. This one, what do I do with my lid? This only happens to me. Where'd the lid to that go? Oh, right here in front of me. Alright. This one, I want to put some of these little triangles. I'm going to go back with this rusty hinge. And I don't want to do these too dark because I'm not a huge fan of the rusty hinge. I just want enough that you can tell it exists. I like these sort of at an angle. A couple up here. There we go. All right. Let me take my vintage photo. Well, you know what I need to do? I want to rough up. Maybe I can use these Tim Holtz scissors to do that. These are super sharp. My husband was telling me The state of Iowa here in the United States has lifted all its bans on COVID. You don't have to wear a mask or any of that. Businesses are opening. They're asking people just to be, you know, use their heads. But hopefully that opens the doors for other states to proceed. Alright. I didn't rub this either. Just realized that. Initially I was going to use some modeling paste and stuff on these, but I thought I would keep this, try to make it as quick as possible, I guess. I do need to make more tags, that's for sure, so I'll be able to break out my modeling paste. Alright, now I'll just dress it. I do want to put some of this in the background. That's why I'm hoping this will help tone down some of this orange. I don't have many distress inks, quite honestly. I have a bunch of vintage photo, but some of the colors that I have didn't go with what I wanted to do today, so. I was hoping that would dull it down. It almost looks like it's intensifying it. This will look alright. And I want to distress my little butterfly. In the thread. Just realized I didn't, well, I guess it doesn't matter that the underside of him. I don't know why I'm referring to my butterfly as a him. Didn't distress or stain the underside of him. But I don't think it's going to matter. Make sure this stays together since I didn't knot that. Alright, so there's my little butterfly. Hopefully it will work. And then I'll show you the picture from Pinterest that inspired me to do this. It's on the same premise, but not the same, exactly the same. So I want to distress part of this. It's only going to be a portion of a going to go over it. I think that's all I need. use this. Hopefully it's not all clogged up. Let's see. I want my tag somewhere in this range. I don't want a whole lot of, yeah, that's plenty. I'm just going to glue that down here on the back of this. Maybe. Go ahead and glue this tag down. Oh, I just seen something I forgot to do. Forgot to put my hole in here. I can't believe I did that. You know what's going to be easier to use this. Forgot about this in here. Can't forget the hole. I wonder if I should put one of these on there. Yeah, I think I will. Alright, then I want to, my little picture is going to go over here. And they had a tag. I don't think this tag's going to be the right color. Well, they had a clock. I don't have a clock. But I found some round elements. You know, and see if I want to use, maybe that needs some brightness, I don't know. Butterfly is up here, which now my butterfly is blending right in. Maybe I'll add some different color to that. Let's see. Maybe I'll bring that up. That's what I'll do. I'll bring that up. I'm just wondering this way. If I need, it's too blendy, isn't it? another. It's this one. I might try to add a little bit of blue.
She's been on the landing all this time.
Hang on just a second. I'm filming, Bill. My dog has eaten her dinner, but what my husband was just saying, she's been on the landing of the stairs. I could faintly hear her whining. Yeah, I'll add a little bit more blue to that. Maybe we could bring some blue. Orange just sort of, or rusty hinge. I'm just not a big fan of it. Put that down. I wonder if I don't want to go too crazy with this blue. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Let's see where my picture is going. My picture is going somewhere in here. Butterfly will be up here. I'll go ahead and put my ticket down. Don't worry, have that. Should my ticket be higher? Leave it alone, Sheila. Put it down, leave it alone. Put my photo on there. Make sure I got the right. I just want to age that thread a little bit. That. And I need to hook my butterfly on here. I think I'm going to, yeah, put it up there. We're trying another new recipe in the crock pot. On Sundays we've been experimenting with the crock pot. And today we're making Italian beef for hoagie sandwiches. So we're excited to see how that turns out. It smells really good. So I'm going to put my butterfly something like that. Keep my little antennas out here. Maybe I'm going to put a little bit of blue. Whoa, almost fell off my chair. but the string is sort of loose under there. I'm going to glue that right there. Just in case that comes loose. I guess if you do what I did with this thread, I would knot the back or glue it down in the back before you glue it down. I thought just gluing that down, but that string became sort of loose. Make sure we don't lose the string. Alright, I'm going to turn you off and back on. I just have just a couple small details to finish up. Okay. I'm going to add one of these up here. I haven't determined, maybe the yellow would bring that all together. These are, I think, Prima flowers, I think. I've had these forever and ever and ever. Ran across them a couple days ago. And then when I was looking at Pinterest, I think I'll just cut this off there. That's how she finished hers. I want to see if that's going to work. Yeah, I think I will use that yellow. The other thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use some of this lace and just put it at the bottom here, the bottom of this. I think I'm just going to do it. Now the snow plow's going down the street. So that should make the dog run and hide. She's scared to death of the plow for some reason. I'm just going to hook this down with this. This is some antique lace. I don't have that much vintage laces in that. Okay. I like that better in theory than what it looks, but more or less. Do we want it there? I think I want the bottom of that, with that ruggedness to show on that torn. I wish I could just make a decision and just boom, put it down. It seems like I'm constantly double guessing myself, changing things. I'm going to leave it on there. Just leave it alone. Doesn't matter, right? It's a tag. Alright. And then I keep looking at this butterfly. So I thought this is going to go in here. I just wonder if I should put some of this gold on the it just dries out. Now I got glue on my fingers. This one. No easy way to do this. I don't know. Should I put some on the... I'll probably just ruin this, but just put a little bit up on its little wings. Now the way she had hers, she had this. You know what, I might have cut my wire too short. Let me see if I can get another one of these yellow ones out here. Holy cow. Like solving a jigsaw puzzle. But I want some added wire. Now we're going to have a contest. Do we want the blue or do we want the yellow? Ooh, don't I use those? There. Finally. Blue. I'm having a problem with the butterfly, and I think the problem with my butterfly is it's too matchy-matchy to the background. I'm really having a hard time with that. I don't know why I keep going to the blue. I'm just going to use the blue. And I'm going to wrap this around, I think. If I can Get it to cooperate. This up. And she had twisted this really pretty. Trying to find something small enough. This might still be too fat. Try my little pliers. See if those will work. Well, not perfect, but sort of funky. Maybe it could be a little bit bigger. There we go. All right. I think I'm done. All right. So I've had every tool out. I'm not satisfied with my butterfly. I feel like something needs to happen to make him stand out, and I just came up with an idea. White, 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 white. I think I might try to water down some of this white paint. I don't know how I'm going to do this without getting it. I'm probably going to overdo it. Let's see. Stands out a little bit more. Might do that over the whole thing. This is all an experiment. Cover her pretty little face up. See if we want any paint on her or not. It had gone sort of dark for me. Well, let me show you the photo that inspired me to make this. I can turn my timer off. These photos right here. And it looks like the artist is Nikki Acton. And this was from 2015 that she did those. But I really thought they were super cute. And there's my version. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I truly appreciate your support and taking time to watch my videos, and like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and tomorrow's the start of a new day. Have a great day. Bye-bye.